I need oil, Molly.
Johnson's Auto Wax present a new show featuring Rico Marcelli's orchestra, Kathleen Wells, those two harmoniacs, Ronnie and Van, and starring that ambulating Ananias, that humbug of the highways, that meretricious motorist, Fibber McGee, with his constant companion and severest critic, Molly. Well, what are you doing, Fibber? Will you stop rattling that script in this microphone?
This ain't a script. It's a road map.
A road map?
Yeah. You see, this here map shows Route 42 and Route 16. Molly wants us to take Route 42, but I claim that 16 is more smoother, more straighter, more faster,
Fibber McGee, come back here.
I guess you take 42.
Well, 42 or Route 16. Marcelli and his men find it all smooth sailing when assisted by those surf-riding serfs from the surface station, Dustoff and Brightskate.
Like ships at sea will merrily breeze along, without a head smooth sailing, when the breeze may blow, we'll merrily roll along. Never mind about the weather, let it rain or let it shine, in time that we're together, it's all a true time to one head smooth sailing, on a happy tide we'll merrily ride along.
And now we find Fibber and Molly McGee chugging down Route 42.
McGee, do you hear that?
You mean that number 3 cylinder? I know. I told that fella back there to adjust the plug to the thickness of a dime, but he must use 2 nickels. I mind the time.
I don't mean a nickel and I don't mean a dime. I mean a copper. Listen, would you? Don't look back. Aha. You will go through a red light, will you, McGee?
Shucks, I tell you, that light wasn't lit, Molly.
Yes, and my Uncle Tim wears a collar, but he's no horn. I tell you, McGee, we'll go for something here.
All right. All over there, you.
Here it is, McGee, and I didn't even have time to hang out the Notre Dame pennant.
Don't worry, Molly. I'll handle this. Good evening, Sergeant. Nice, cool evening, ain't it?
Yeah. But it'll be warmer any minute. Or maybe the cooler for you. Now, what's the idea of passing the red light back there, huh?
Well,
what's your name? What's your license number? Where you going? Where's your city sticker? What's the idea, huh?
Answer them one at a time, McGee, starting with the red light. Remember?
Listen, officer. Don't get flipped. My name's McGee, and I'm president of the ITCIOTUS&C, Local 82, which means the International Tourist Camp Inspectors of the United States and Canada.
Right.
I know some pretty big men around here.
Fine. The judge is 6'3". Now follow me and no bunkie business, you hear?
Oh, sure.
My. It's awful hot driving in July, ain't it, McGee?
July? This here's April.
Sure. In the 90 days, it'll be July.
Oh, no. Oh, Molly, ain't that serious? I tell you that red light wasn't lit, and I'll plead this case till the cows come home.
Listen well to the judge's gavel, McGee. It's the only knock that ain't a boot.
Silence in the court. Officer, what's the man charged with?
Passing up a red light at the junction, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the light wasn't lit.
Silence.
That don't make any difference, Your Honor. That light ain't working right. But it's a red light, and he should have stopped for it.
That light ought to be fixed, Schwartz.
Schwartz, is it? And me wasting me sweet Irish miles on a guy named Schwartz.
Quiet. Quiet, madam. What's your name, defendant?
McGee. Fibber McGee, Your Honor. One of the old Nebraska McGees. One of the oldest and most respectable...
All right, never mind.
Huh?
I realize that it's difficult to see that light at the junction. Nevertheless, we must impose caution on all motorists. And it is obvious that it is a red light, lit or not. Now, what have you to say, McGraw?
McGee, it is. And I got this here to say. I'm a law-abiding citizen, and that there red light wasn't lit. If it had been lit, I'd have knew it was a red light. But a red light that ain't lit ain't a red light. On account of because the light that ain't lit ain't a light. And if it's got to be lit to be a red light and it ain't lit, then it ain't a red light. If a red light is the kind of a light ought to be, it'd be a lit light, not a dead light. A dead red light ain't no more a red light than a lit light is a dead light. And I claims that any time my headlight sees a dead light, red light or no red light, and I ride right by the light, I'm in my right. Come on, Molly.
Well. Well, Fibber, what are you doing back here? The last time I saw you, you were before a justice of the peace.
Yeah, but you see, me and Molly decided there wasn't no justice.
So we're going to sing a piece.
No rattler could rip her, no python could nip her, for she was the last word in class. Sweet Flossie Farmer, the lovely snake charmer, who fell for a snake in the grass. She shunned all the geezers on the flying trapezers and let all the acrobats pass. Ah, but sweet Flossie Farmer, the lovely snake charmer, went boom for a snake in the grass. Take it away, Molly.
He didn't care for his ride, not the rushes, yada-da-da, sing, brother.
Nice voice.
He didn't care for his hippopotamuses, yada-da-da, whoop.
That's the stuff, Molly. She flittered and fluttered at each word he uttered. The scoundrel had plenty of brass.
He did that.
But when they started kissing, the snake started hissing.
For he was a snake in the grass.
No boa constrictor has slapped her or kicked her. She had them all doped up with gas. But sweet Flossie Farmer, the lovely snake charmer, was doped by a snake in the grass. Why, even the dwarfs and the giants cried out their defiance. They saw through her lover like glass.
They did that.
Ah, but sweet Flossie Farmer, the lovely snake charmer, was next for a snake in the grass. Tear into it, Molly.
He didn't care for his team. Lionesses, yada-da-da, sing, ding-dong. He didn't
Come
care
on now,
for
Molly,
his
the old
fangs,
smarts
the
now.
roses, yada-da-da, sing.
That's the stuff. She swore she'd obey him, her salary pay him. The snakes overheard the poor lad. And it isn't surprising. They filled him with poison, for he was a snake in the grass.
you, folks. A bright song with a bright finish. And listen, listeners, here's the way to protect a bright finish on your car from the ultraviolet rays of the sun now that the hot summer days are coming in.
Excuse me, Mr. Carwax.
Not Carwax. My name is Wilcox, Harlow Wilcox.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyhow, I don't think you're giving folks the right picture on the Johnston's auto wax.
Oh, I see. I suppose you could do it much better.
Oh, ain't got the slightest doubt of it, my boy. I'd make a kind of a story out of it, like this. Once upon a time, maybe I better have a fan player. Mr. Marshmelly.
Mark Shelley.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Folks, once upon a time, there was two kids, Violet and Ray. You get it? Violet, Ray? They don't get it, Molly.
It ain't funny, McGee.
Well, sir, there was never a dull moment with Violet and Ray. They improved each shining hour, you might say, eating the finish off in cars. So one Sunday morning, Violet says to Ray, she says, I'm just hungry to spoil the finish onto a nice, shiny car. Now, there's a bright, gleaming job down there. Come on, let's ruin it. Oh, Ray, says Kay. Okay, says Ray. And down they come, right onto the nice, shiny car. But 'twasn't no use. After 10 hours, they give up. Why, shucks, says Violet to Ray, we ain't making no impression. Ain't we got any personality anymore? And Ray just laughed. Look, says he to Violet, this here car's got Johnston's auto wax onto it. That's what makes it so bright. That's why we ain't getting nowhere spoiling it. That's what you get, Violet, says Ray, for picking out this nice, shiny car. What you mean, that's what I get, says Violet? And Ray just laughs and says, for being so ultra, Violet, he says. Fanfare.
Thank you, Fibber, thank you. That was terrible.
Huh?
That was splendid.
Well, I'm glad to help you out anytime, my boy.
Well, you certainly spoiled my story, Fibber, so I'm going to ask Marcelli to give me time to think while he finds rhythm in the rain.
Rhythm of the raindrops. Along the streets to scatter, I walk between the raindrops. I love the rhythm of the rain. I met you underneath the raindrops. I was a lucky fellow, for underneath the raindrops we shared the same umbrella, and underneath the raindrops we learned the rhythm of the rain. Just like the rain can shower each flower with you, I await the hour. How much the love is on you? So anytime you see the raindrops and hear the pitter-patter come out beneath the raindrops, and we can love and chatter if it's beneath the raindrops, you'll love the rhythm of the rain.
ladies and gentlemen, now that I've considered it, that story that Fibber McGee told you about Violet and Ray wasn't such a fairy tale as it sounded. Johnson's Auto Wax does protect your car so that the ultraviolet rays of the sun cannot destroy the finish. Wax actually saves the finish of your car against the onslaughts of sun, rain, and road film. Now, before you wax your car, of course, you'll want to take off all the old grease and dirt that's been collecting on it. The simple way to get that dirty film off is to use Johnson's Auto Cleaner. It's the easiest cleaner you ever used, and it positively will not hurt the finish. Johnson's Auto Cleaner will make your car bright as new, and Johnson's Auto Wax will keep it that way. Keep it so beautiful the neighbors will actually believe you have a new car. Drive into a service station and tell them to make your car shine like it did the day it was first driven out of the showroom. They can do it in short order with Johnson's Auto Wax and Cleaner. Or if you prefer, you can easily wax your own car. Thousands of owners are doing it. Just ask your regular dealer or service station for Johnson's Auto Wax and Cleaner. And your dealer, by the way, will give you free a can of fine quality auto enamel for touching up worn or rusty spots on your car. Oh, but more about this free offer later. In the meantime, I'd like to present Miss Kathleen Wells. And personally, ladies and gentlemen, I think the S is on the wrong end of that name because she certainly is swell. Miss Kathleen Wells. Miss Wells is going to sing. Well, what do you want, Fibber?
Oh, not you, boy.
I get it.
Hi there, Stu. What you going to sing for me?
If the moon turns green, Fibber.
If the moon turns green, huh? Well, you ought to know if it doesn't know. You're a kind of a heavenly body yourself.
Fibber McGee, come with me.
Go on and turn it green, too.
If the moon turns green and shadows get up and walk around, clouds come tumbling to the ground, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, didn't you fall in love with me? If the stars turn blue and willows that weep begin to sing, winter changes into spring, I wouldn't raise my eyes. Oh, didn't you fall in love with me? I thought I was foolish to think of romance with someone so charming as you. Thought I was hoping without any chance, but every hope came true. If the moon turns green and rivers begin to flow upstream, and this is all a crazy dream, I wouldn't be surprised. 'Cause anything can happen if you can fall in love with me. Oh, I believe in miracles. Honestly, I do. No wonder I get miracles about that certain miracle that gave me you. Oh, I thought I was foolish to think of romance with someone as charming as you. Thought I was hoping without any chance, but every hope came true. If the moon turns green and rivers begin to flow upstream, and this is all a crazy dream, I wouldn't be surprised. 'Cause anything can happen, dear, if you can fall in love with me.
finds that love is just around the corner. Now we find Fibber and Molly still chugging along and pulling into a filling station. Good evening, sir. Gasoline?
Sure, fill it up.
Halfway.
Yes, sir. Need any oil?
Do I need oil, Molly?
I don't know, McGee. Where do you squeak?
No oil. Nice little station you got here, son.
Yep, but I'm building onto it next month so I can handle washing and waxing.
Been in business long?
Oh, ever since I got out of the Army.
Don't tell me you was in the Army.
Sure.
What division?
The Rainbow. Why?
Well, they had a swell record, boy. I was into the intelligence myself.
The what, McGee?
The intelligence.
The what?
The infantry. That is, at first, and then I was into the cavalry and the Navy and the Foreign Legion. By jing, boy, there's a great outfit, the Foreign Legion. You know, the Foreign Legion is the toughest, hardest-boiled bunch of fellas in the world. Most of us went into it to forget. Just to forget.
Well, what were you forgetting, sir?
I forgot.
You forgot what, McGee?
I forgot what I went in to forget. That's why I re-enlisted. See if I could remember what I joined up the first time to forget.
What was that, an army or a memory course, McGee?
Oh, I'll never forget one thing, no.
What was that, sir?
Ermintrude.
Aha! Apparently.
Well, in a way. Ermintrude was a camel.
Oh.
A girl camel.
Oh.
You see, I was assigned to the 3rd Camel Course.
4, McGee.
These was camels, not apples. Ermintrude was a racing camel I had. Real sweet-tempered camel, as camels go.
And did she go?
No, but I did.
Oh, so you left the Foreign Legion?
Yes. And the hardest thing I ever done was to part with old Ermintrude.
Oh, my.
Many's the time we used to ride over the desert together in the gloaming. Many's the time I'd get off to get a drink at the well into the hot sand. Then I'd put my foot onto Ermintrude's knee and say, Wastamula. And up she raised me into the saddle. Yes, sir. As I says, the hardest thing I ever done into my life was to leave Ermintrude. I'll never forget how her lips kind of quivered when I says goodbye. I got a big lump into my own throat.
He swallowed his tobacco.
No, sir. 'Twas emotion.
Oh.
Well, sir, I left the Legion. Too many foreigners into it. But years later, I was here in New York one fall day, and I went in to get me an overcoat.
In a rest.
No. in a clothing store. How do you do, Mr. McGee? Says the clerk, real respectful. I was well known in New York in them days.
And Silly was respectful?
Well, what happened then, sir?
Well, I'm coming to it. I want overcoat, I says to the feller. Okay, says he, reaching over to the rack. Here's a snappy number in camel's hair, says he. And I looks her over. And will you believe it, son? Right square smack dab into the middle of the shoulder was a little oblong patch of white hair. It was Ermintrude. Yes, sir. It was Ermintrude back with her old master again. Shucks, I pretty nigh busted down.
Oh, gee, that must have been a great moment.
Sure. Why didn't you re-enlist to forget that, McGee?
It was too late. Ermintrude was overcoat by then.
Oh.
Well, sir, I bought the coat. I bought Ermintrude, and I wore her for years. It was an expensive coat, and pretty nigh busted me, but nothing was too good for Ermintrude. Well, sir, every time it got cold, I could feel Ermintrude wrap herself around me real close. Kind of snuggle up, confections-like. She was like that, Ernie was. How much gas put in, boy?
5 gallons.
Well, give her another 2 quarts. Might as well have enough. No, never mind. I don't want to crowd the tank. How much I owe you?
91 cents. Thank you. Oh, by the way, whatever became of Ermintrude?
Oh, dear. That was the sad part of it all. One day I got caught in a revolving door, tore Ermintrude's arm off. There was nothing else to do. So I went out and shot the coat.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to tell you about a free offer.
Yep. Next week, folks, we're going to give to everybody listening a new car. Any make you ask for.
Yeah,
All you got to do... Hey, quit pushing me, Harpo.
Not Harpo. My name is Harlow.
Well, quit pushing anyhow.
Well, Fibber McGee is just a little bit wrong, folks. We're not giving away any free cars, but with every purchase of Johnson's Auto Wax and Cleaner, we are giving away a 40-cent can of Johnson's Touch-Up Enamel. There's a brush right with the can, and it's a cinch to touch up any little scratches or broken places in the finish on your fenders or the body of the car. Now, there's a special introductory price of 98 cents for both Johnson's Auto Wax and Cleaner, and you can get the can of Touch-Up Enamel free. Better go to your regular wax dealer or service station right away with your 98 cents and ask for Johnson's Auto Wax and Cleaner. Then, clean and wax your car the first chance you get and surprise your family with a car that looks like new. Don't forget, next week at this time, you have a bright and shining date with Johnson's Auto Wax and Fibber McGee and Molly. This is Harlow Wilcox speaking. Good night.